great traditions of incest and hemophilia. Perhaps you're familiar with this man. He holds it up using pretty much all of his old man strength. And it's a lithograph of Karl Marx. But he's also making that same arm gesture.
Oh my
his
God.
legs rickety. There's some bulbous aspect coming from where his genitalia might be.
Chad is trying to fuck Europe. Europe is the most sacred part of this world because it's ruled by cousins who hate each other.
In these past 2 decades, America, God's world of light, has become what?
Mongrelization?
Yeah, this fucking, pull up your pants jazz music. I hate it.
That's
dude.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's the unbearable present. Women's suffrage, public transportation, Irishmen. They've destroyed our hierarchy, our masculinity. They've invited chaos into our realm, okay?
Dude, go off. It used to be like it was between me and my meat producer, like how many Polish fingers were in my ground beef. And now, like, you got that guy like Upton Sinclair. It's suddenly his fucking business. No one minds their business. And look, we don't have order. And Chad's going to fuck us all. Chad's going to fuck us all just like in that unfair... I don't want to talk about it. It's unfair. I'm going to get my rematch.
They've all made us easy prey for Nayar. Now Enoch Musk, who had a chance to be a great man, is clearly under the sway of Nayar. You've met him. You've met his latest avatar. It is unmistakable.
Chadwick is an avatar of Nayar, and I saw him. I witnessed personally in images that will be seared into the limbs of my brain until I receive the blissed release of death. Him praying at the altar of Nayar, the female sort of a Bathsheba, a temptress character. I'm talking about Slimes. And Dr. Pennyfarthing, you found her latest music cylinder, which contained within it an incantation calling forth chaos and banishing consensual incest among the ruling class.
Yes, she's clearly some sort of adept into an occult realm. There's no question about that.
Gentlemen, as Dr. Peterman has laid out, our trip here to San Francisco was no mistake, and we find ourselves once again embroiled in a battle for the future of this thing we call humanity.
My agents have infiltrated Tachyon Labs. They've been observing for several years now. They've not been able to figure out what Nayar's plot is this time, but we know it has something to do with that rocket. But our abilities are limited. We attempted to kill Enoch and Slimes with the destruction of the first rocket, but it failed.
Dr. Peterman, you're telling me you were willing to sacrifice up to 500 immigrants and then 1 or 2 people for the sake of killing just Slimes and Enoch Musk?
For the greater good. You have to understand. It is the only way. Why did the world just fight this cataclysm? Why did hordes of young men run to their deaths in fields of machine gun bullets, mustard gas?
To protect the order of consensual incest among the ruling class.
Exactly.
Yeah, their cousin was the best.
To protect the hierarchy. But we've lost it. We've won the war, but lost the peace.
Dr. Peterman, you have kidnapped and used rather incorrect, but it's okay, Shibari-style bondage on the right man. And that man is me. And we have a secret passes to Enoch Musk's shindig in the desert where he's going to do his second rocket launch. I think I have an idea about what to do.
Oh, Dr. Hackenbush, this reminds me of another vision I had of a movie that will come out in the year 2018 called Venom. This is eerily reminiscent of the plot of that movie that I've imagined will come out many years in the future.
If you were to confront the eternal adversary, whom I've confronted many times in the void, using logic to prove my point and embarrass him, if you yourselves are to confront him in our world, you first have to sort yourself out, okay?
I mean, there's nothing unfinished in me.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've got my life together.
In the morning, you are to go into the void, and you are to face your greatest fears, your greatest desires. There's
So nothing.
through mental fortitude that you can survive this. Many men have tried. Many of my men, they failed. If you will stop the rocket, you will have to do this, okay? You got that? Is that good with you, sport?
Well, I've literally never been afraid in my life. So I could actually do that right now, but I'll wait for everyone. It's fine. We'll wait.
I'm apprehensive, but I'm willing to put my life and now incredibly tenuous sanity in the hands of a man who I think is very clearly well-adjusted, sensible, and healthy.
I mean, dude, he's only eaten beef since we've seen him. And that is the clear sign of somebody who knows what's up. I will follow him to the gates of hell.
I've told you all that I can for one day. Please avail yourselves. The resources in my chalet. Believe me now. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for your trial.
All right. Sweet dreams, doctor.
Okie
Peterman falls asleep, and 2 leads you out of the room, locking the doors behind us. As Dr. Peterman said, you can avail yourselves of the facilities here. It's important that you get some rest, considering all that you've been through in the past few days.
By avail ourselves of the facilities, is there a library or any ancient tomes I could go through to maybe learn and prepare myself for my void experience?
We certainly do have a library, and you're welcome to check it out. We also have a gymnasium, a medical ward, classrooms. I believe wooing artisanship is on tap this afternoon. And as well, if you find it necessary, male bonding therapy. There's time for each of you to check out one of these things.
I am the doctor here, so I should probably check out the medical facility.
One of my greatest fears is that I hit my head and I forget how to get pussy. So I want a backup plan in there. So, like to take the courtship class, please.
Okay.
And I will check out I will avail myself of the male bonding sesh.
We'll start with Matt. Matt, you head to a medical ward where it's a series of beds, hospital beds, with the same black tuniced men, some of them in traction, various levels of injuries. Standard things, moaning. They're all hooked up to IVs with a brown substance going into them. You recognize at least one of them as your assailant from the last night.
Oh, snap.
It's time to get some payback.
I'm not going to do anything crude like that. I would rather spend my time investigating and finding out any kind of useful information.
I think you should look closer at what's in the brown bags being fed into them like motor oil.
I would like to see what these people are being infused with, that's for sure.
Hashtag food, hashtag beef sirloin.
Hashtag chefing it up.
A doctor is moving from bed to bed, checking on the patients, ensuring that they're getting the proper regimen, that sort of thing.
I want to do whatever it takes to find out what this brown substance is.
Well, you could go to a guy who's just in like a total full body cast and just take it out.
Yes, that's what I
Take
want
it
to
out
do.
of him.
Yes.
You do so. You give it a sniff. It does smell like meat, drippings, that sort of thing. Thanksgiving dinner, Easter ham.
Interesting. Is this just an infusion of protein? Is this what we're dealing with?
Presumably, yes.
Some sort of quack diet that involves the person in just ingesting nothing but protein to the exclusion of all other nutrients and then never moving their bowels. I would like to get a sample of the infusion.
This is a diet that by 1950 every American will have adopted. And will subsequently be able to live to over 200 years old.
You decant some of the fluid into a test tube in your that you carry around with you. In the bed beside you, not the one with the man in full traction, the patient crawls out of it and then crawls up you and then grabs you by the lapels and says, "Please, tell me I'll make it. Tell me that Daddy won't be mad at me." You get a look at him. He's got that same slack jaw that the scientists at Tachyon Laboratories have. I just don't want to be surprised by everything so much. I'm not that delighted by things. I don't have feelings. Feelings, no.
Good luck.
Clearly in some sort of Antonia, he touches your head and says, I saw it. I saw it. I was there. I couldn't do it. You get a look at his lapel. His number's 15. Pretty high, presumably.
What did you see?
I saw my father. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I tried.
What couldn't you do?
I couldn't make him love me. Just no, Daddy.
You couldn't make him love me.
It doesn't take
Fathers
a medical role.
aren't supposed to love their children. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
It doesn't take a medical role to know this man is in the throes of acute hysteria.
A primordial terror at being unlovable by their father figure. That appears to be what I'm observing here in this ward.
Felix, where did you say you wanted to go?
I'm going to the courtship station because I'm afraid. I'm not afraid, but it's like one of my understandable, like, misgivings about our adventures. That I'll hit my head, I'll get a concussion, and I'll forget how to get laid. Forget how to get that
There's a
goop.
whole wing of classrooms. Most of them are empty today, but one of them is full. You peek inside, and the instructor notices you. There's about 24 men paying attention to him.
Man, how are you going to learn how to get some slime with only dudes?
Here's what the guy looks like. He's wearing the same tunic as everyone else, but it's festooned in some fashion. There are peacock feathers all around it. It's bedazzled with gemstones.
Oh my god! So he's like wants to make himself stand out. It's almost like he's behaving like an ostrich.
Instead of a black beret, it's a bright pink top hat.
Wow, that's fucking
Frankly
cool,
absurd.
dude.
Nothing that you've seen before.
You look fucking gangsta.
Confidently, he shoots you a glance and says, "Hey, killer, I'm number 75, but you can call me Cryptic.
Yeah.
You're just Yo, you're just in time. You want to run some sport on this HD9?" He gestures to a wireframe mannequin wearing a corset. Everyone in the class is looking intently at you.
All right, I have no idea what he's talking about, but I'd like to know more. This guy seems really cool.
Hey, don't be shy.
I'm not shy, dude. I've fucking never been anxious in a social situation, honestly.
I can see that, man. Be the man who controls his social situation.
I do.
Be in control of your environment at all times. Just go up to her. Go up to
All
the
right,
shippy.
I want to go up to the. I go up to the mannequin, and I'm supposed to like do the lines that I do, where I'm just fucking slamming flappers. Okay, I walk up to the mannequin. Not doing so good. My child, it's the 10th year anniversary of my childhood dog dying. My back honestly hurts. Been traveling. I haven't gotten to play telegraph checkers. It fucking sucks. I hate Tor. I think I probably have cancer. Like
make
100%.
Make a persuade roll. Felix.
Okay.
Fail.
The mannequin, for some reason, a ghostly voice comes to the mannequin and invites Felix back to her ladies' boarding room, to which Felix just replies, "Nah."
I'm good.
The 75 shakes his head with kind of a smirk on his face. Everyone else in the classroom kind of goes, "Oh, boy, all right." Says, brother, you could use some sport, okay? Here's what you need to do. 1, build her up. And 2, tear her down. You do that through negative reinforcements.
I'm honestly disgusted by this. This is not like the proper way that you bed a harlot. It's like all sexual attraction is based on the woman feeling sorry for you. You have to bring up everything bad that's happened to you. That's the only way you're gonna get that sweet slime around your flagpole.
75 just smirks at you and says, 117, why don't you give it a shot? A very, very small and thin man comes up. Not a looker by any means. Frankly, he resembles someone who might listen to your radio show and you might look down upon. He goes up to the wireframe mannequin, and says, "Hey, I really like your figure. Are you an extra in Baum's novel, The Wizard of Oz? Are you a scarecrow of some sort?" Everyone applauds.
That's
and
so-
75 says to you, "Hey, my clearly charismatic friend here, why don't you tell the class how to do it?"
It's easy. All right, I'm imagining a show that will be made 80 years in the future. It's about guys who work in advertising. It's called Insane Guys.
Oh, what's advertising?
You know, it's like when you draw blackface to get people to buy your toothpaste or whatever.
To
Yeah.
get,
That's what
to buy your
advertising-
like when you take out an ad in the farmer's pamphlet
Right.
or circular for your Vital Tonic.
I just read I read a really persuasive article about a young man named Edward Bernays who pointed out exactly what persuasion meant in the popular context, and he really made me understand exactly what advertising was going to mean in the future.
Advertising. It's one of the Jewish sciences.
Right. It's okay. So I'm gonna be like this character in this show I'm imagining, Insane Guys, Ron Raker, and he's very smooth. It'd be like this: women have an entrance. The only way they'll let men in to their city walls is not if they see that they're a well-outfitted army outside clamoring to get in, but a crying small child just wanting to eat the rats in the alleyway. And I put it like that, like very smoothly in a metaphor that they can understand for my model of courtship, which is pity based. I'd like to roll a persuasion roll.
Felix, what's your power?
55.
Roll the higher of your power or persuasion.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit I'm not rolling as good at this as I'm in combat.
okay.
I didn't convince any of these guys. Whatever.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Whatever. Fuck you guys.
75 starts chuckling.
You have fun trying to fuck this mannequin. I'm gonna be out there telling women, all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna talk about how Woodrow Wilson was my friend and like his stroke really affected me. I'm gonna tell.
I couldn't be alone right
I
now.
could be alone. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring up all of it, and it maybe might not work for you guys because you're not charismatic enough. You have to wear these fucking tutus. But me personally, works for me, and that's what matters.
Let's wheel over finally to Professor Hackenbush. Where did you want to go again?
The male bonding
Of
seminar.
course, right. You wander around the grounds. You can't really find it inside the building, so you walk outside and you find it. It's on the grounds, surrounded by these lush topiaries. There's a circle, the circle delineated by white rocks, and this circle is not. There's no grass there, and there's just men sitting cross-legged. There's a man in the center beating bongo drums.
I'd like to, step into the circle.
Yeah, he beckons you like, hey, come on, let's let it all out.
I'm, usually not one to be known to, let it out or let anything in, but
No, just let it out. Let it all out.
all right, I'll sit down and then immediately
You sit down and then just drum, and on the third beat, everyone just shouts.
I go, Father, why did you only look at me through a mirror? Father.
They all go, Father, and then they recite their own individual thing about it.
Father, why did you only make eye contact with me through a mirror? Father, why would you only converse with me in classical Greek, Latin, or Sanskrit?
One man stands up and says, Father, I'm sorry I tried to play with Raggedy Ann dolls. I didn't mean to. Father, I'm sorry I didn't die in a coal mining accident like you always wanted me to at age 12.
Father, I'm sorry I bet my money on the bobtail nag. I should have bet the bay. Father. Don't chastise me in ancient Greek.
You let it all out. You shout, you let it all out. And you feel...
It's almost like he's giving away his tears for fears.
Will, you feel a lot better at the end of this 7-hour shouting
Can I get a few sanity points back?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, wow, dude. You
Hell
just
yeah.
made one of the greatest deals I've ever seen.
Will,
Can I
roll
go
a,
back up to
Will,
all right.
roll a d6 and gain that many sanity points.
That's how therapy works. You cry and then you
All
6?
get... Woo! Let's go!
So what are you up to now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm now at 24. Well, all right.
Nighttime now, you get Din at the beautiful cafeteria. You're eating meat. In the morning, your trial. Anything you want to do tonight?
I think I'll
can
probably just get a good night's sleep.
Could be
rest
helpful.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be on the top of my game in the void.
Everybody go to full health, and if you're not already, I believe
All
you
right.
should be. Yeah.
Back up to 10. We love it.
Yeah. It's morning now. You wake up at dawn, ready for this ominous trial. 2 brings you back into Peterman's room. He has multiple gravy IVs hooked up to him. He looks frankly worse than he did the day before, if that's even possible. He just looks like
Maybe he has some kind of awful beard now. I don't know. Just theoretically.
He looks like a skull with hair, honestly. But he says to you the following. There's only so much I can do to help you while you're there. You'll have to figure it out on your own, okay? Just remember these things before trying to fix your life. Sort yourself out. Clean your room. Consult the ancestral spirits. Then you'll know what to do. Are you ready? You ready for the voyage?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
A man comes in, totally silent, has the number 3 on his black tunic. He has a silver tray with him. On it are 3 lines of a white substance. He hands you a straw, each one of you.
I'll do 3 lines, 1 in each nostril, and then 1 in the other for good luck.
You do the first one,
Okay.
and then you motion to do the second
All
one,
right,
and
all
he
right.
slaps you
Okay,
on the
all right.
Felix and Matt.
No thanks, sir. I'm sober.
I'm gonna bump that shit.
Peterman glares daggers at you, Felix.
Oh, wow, dude. You really pissed at me. What are you going to do? Get out of bed?
Lieutenant Country, if I may, I fucking love you, dude. Like, no, I'm like the respect I have for you, man, is fucking total and complete. It's total and complete
Absolutely.
respect.
You're fucking
and like,
amazing,
and what
dude.
we've fucking done here.
You're the greatest.
No, what? No, shut the fuck up. Well, the one thing what we've done here with the Capone Speakeasy and fucking being here in the beautiful walled garden of Dr. Peterman and fucking like just fucking dragons here together. I like this is you, this is me, this is fucking all of us, man. And I just love you and respect you so fucking much. And I think we should fucking do this shit right now.
Okay,
And
fine.
you've been sober for like a good 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, 5 or
dude.
6 hours. Yeah, since
fucking
I woke
reward,
up.
fucking reward yourself, dude. You're a fucking
you're so right,
warrior.
you're so
You're a
right.
fucking champion.
All
dude.
those other people in rehab, they were the drug addicts. All right, give me that line. Give me that line.
You get the line. You do the line. The 3 of you close your
Woo!
eyes.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, guys, we need to start a fucking record label so you can do all your Camtown. Dude, we have a fucking record label. Oh, dude, the fucking record label, the same building. We can have a restaurant underneath it. Dude, I love you. It's such a good idea.
You have so many good ideas, and then you talk to each other about these really good $1,000 ideas. But then your voices are drowned out by a wom 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 noise, and then you see each other in slower and slower motion. Things grow darker and darker until you hear nothing and you just see blackness. And then you open your eyes. The 3 of you are together. You're on a blasted landscape illuminated by 3 dim suns.